We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break from the mom stories for a little bit and go on to Rocco because he's got some interesting stuff going on.
Yeah. So let's go away from the woman talk and let's go to the man buns and the beards. What do you think this trend is? What do you guys like? I mean, I know it's been around for a little bit of a while now. Like, was okay. Still slash is. It's still around. I don't. Maybe not in Washington where they started it off. Like, we're on the East Coast here, okay? So like, shit hits a lot later.
Yeah, dude. You're like a year late.
No, I think like, what do you guys think that whole fad is? Like, even when it was all going around, do you think it's just kind of like everything else? I mean,
here's my hypothesis. All right?
Yeah.
This is what happened. Macklemore comes on the scene, and he blows it up. He's different. He's a white rapper. He's unique. He's bringing a whole new perspective to hip hop and rap music and pop music. And he's got a very unique style, including his haircut. And a lot of people have been kind of rocking that a little bit here and there, specifically hipsters. But
gotcha.
Like all things that have some legs to them, people will like it and feel like they want to jump on that wagon as well. Pretty soon, and a very key, it's a key point in any trend is when the frat boys start doing it. You're like, okay, it's done. It's now dead. Gotcha. So when the collar pop and frat boys started to do the Macklemore haircut, a lot of the hipsters realized, well, this is not cool anymore, and this is no longer our thing. We're gonna go to something different. Thus, the samurai man bun came into play. However, that even quicker than the Macklemore haircut started to get adopted by way too many people, way too quickly, and much like the mullet was done, just boom. Certain people should be doing it.
The mullet is never done.
You're right. That's a bad example.
I did do the mullet. I'm not gonna lie.
And so now we have this man bun phenomenon, and what again was done by the hipsters is now taken by like anybody who wants to just grow out some hair. So yuppies, hipsters, even some frat guys are doing it. And so,
you know what we should bring back?
What?
Bowl cuts.
No. and so yeah, I think the man bun is just, I think that's something that is now a thing. It's definitely something like I see a lot of people who had the Macklemore, was very long on top, had it grow out and then just man bunned it up, or what was like the long haired kind of hipster, or like had longer like.
So I got it going right now, and the reason why I got it going is because my hair's gotten longer. I actually put my hair to like the side and kind of back.
Yeah.
And it's got kind of like this pompadour-ish look sort of thing.
Yeah.
But right now, because this has gotten so long, it's like a pain in my ass. Like when I'm working all throughout the day, like not working, but I'm out, in the yard all day long, or I'm just driving down the road or whatever it be. It's like all over the place.
Yeah.
So I've been pulling it back just for like just.
But let's be honest.
But I also
5 years ago, you would have just worn a bandana or a hat.
Well, I still, I would
it's
still wear that
only
hat.
because now that man buns are acceptable that you would think about doing it.
Yeah, well, I did it before in college too. I had it where my hair wasn't as long to be able to put it in the bun, but I just pulled it back, like that soccer style.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Like where they would just kind of, everybody had longer hair, but they didn't want it in their face. So I did do it then too as well, and it was a different look. But I actually started really picking up the man bun, like I said, when I was working on the yard, and I was watching this new show called Turn, which is from like the American Revolution days,
right,
where a lot of the males would do the same exact thing actually, like they'd put it back into the man bun, and I was like, whoa, and it got me thinking about, it was back then too, so it like had hit back then, it hit back in 3000 BC too as well, the whole samurai thing that we were talking about, that you had said previously, like from then to here, it's at its different times when it's popped up, but in the 1700s it was a big thing too, and I was like, well, it's kind of like fashion and stuff too as well, like the different things that we like, even how we like man think of like what they think is like the perfect woman. Every era was something different. At one point it was like very shapy women, at some point it's like very narrow women, now it's like going back to the curve thing again too. But I think that it's even the same thing with hairstyles, but also beards. So think about beards. When beards, I really started thinking about beards
70s, right?
Right, and then they went away. It was like, there was like mustache look for a while.
Yeah.
Then it was like, nothing,
Yeah, it was clean shaven.
Clean was like the thing, and then now it's going back to the beard again too. And for me, it kind of hit back in college for like No Shave November.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever tried to grow out my beard and realized, wow, it doesn't really work the way I wanted it to at that time, and still doesn't really fully work the way I wanted it to. But what kind of trend? I mean, what do you guys think about that trend? Because like,
dude. I love it because
Is it like a
personally,
manly? Does it make you feel like manly? You know what I mean? Like, what is it for you? Like, I'll talk about it for me personally, but
for me, I've always wanted a beard since I was a kid because I was a big wrestling fan, and HBK had this stubble on him, like when he was in the DX days. I was like, that's freaking dope.
That's
like he's
cool
just a
look.
badass. And so like
Yeah.
I've always wanted to grow a beard. It just
Yeah.
and now I went with that for a little bit, but now that I can actually grow it out even longer, like I started jumping on to the like this, what do they call them? Hipster jacks, or no, it was a term for metro jacks or lumbersexuals. It was like it was like the clean shaven, like, but really like lumberjack looking dude. And I was like, dude, if I can grow, like I did this in college where I tried to grow out my hair as long as I could just because I wanted to try it. Same thing with a beard. Like I've had for a while, like I had a really long, like nasty beard, but I just wanted to try it.
yeah.
And because it's kind of in right now, like I could do a lot of more of the trendy
with
things.
it.
But
Yeah.
I think I would always have a beard no matter what. I just like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it you like about it though? What is it? It's the look, the appeal
Just
that
the
it has
look
on your
of it.
face. Like,
yeah,
gotcha,
I just like having facial hair.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I agree with you there for sure. Because I mean, like I used to, in my previous position, I couldn't really have much facial hair, so I actually just had like a little bit of chin hair. Just because like when I'm clean shaven, I look very young.
Same. Yeah.
And I do enjoy just like stubble. And what I do is I just have a trimmer that I just run through it every other day. And then, I just keep the neck and everything, with a regular razor. But I definitely enjoy the beard a lot more. First time that I've ever had, like, just kind of grown out the mustache and everything as well with it. Besides just the chin hair, I've been doing it now for a little over a year. And I like this a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grew out my hair twice in my early 20s. I worked at the beach and I just grew out my hair, but it just... Since I was at the beach with all the salt water and everything, it just kind of always curled up and bunched up.
Yeah.
But I wore a hat.
Would have been the
a lot back then,
perfect
too.
man bun time.
Honestly, I used to be able. I could pull it back and I could make a little ponytail. So
Yeah, so that's it.
And when I would pull it,
kept it all all organized in one place and good to go.
exactly.
And
But
efficient.
when I would pull it down, I mean, like pull down the curls and everything, it would come close to my shoulders. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But
See,
it
one
just
thing
kind of
I'm
like
hearing-
poofed out.
One thing I was hearing for the guys, that you were saying too about the beard, and one thing that I know that like for me deep down inside was the reason why I like the beard is that I feel like I look young too. And what I do is for work I want to appear older. Even though I feel like I am older, I think that appearance is key for me for helping build trust so I can make a sale. So having extra hair, having somewhat of a beard, not obviously it can't be like lumberjack. It's got to be clean, cleaner.
No, I want like
Even if it's,
I
mean,
the thickest, like
I'll
longest
tell you
beard.
what I want though. So now getting on that topic, I want to, the Dollar Shave Club. You guys heard of that, right?
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
they had the Dollar Beard Club now, Beard Club and stuff like that's been going for a while. And I just invested for the first time in them for 2 months. I'm going to do it for 2 months. But it's their beard growing stuff that helps in for just smaller areas that need to grow a little bit of hair. It's oil, and you just rub it into your beard. And a lot of different things I was reading about was just saying, like the hairs obviously you just need the oil. That's all it really needs to be able to help it keep it healthy and growing. So that made sense to me. So I bought it for I think it was $9, and I'm gonna start using it because I like the idea of the beard. You know what I mean? I want it to be a little bit thicker though.
Yeah.
But it was like what you were saying, Clay, like kind of like nice and full beard, but trimmed in and looking clean. And it's like that lumberjack clean look,
Yeah.
I'm like, that actually wouldn't be a bad thing. Like,
Totally.
I've never had that in life, and
I just want to feel like a mountain man. Like I want to feel like I've like survived like 6 months in the wilderness, and I'm just like that. Just like is a fun thing to just be for.
So that
a
too as
while.
well. That's like I've been doing a lot of that in my everyday life right now. Is
Yeah.
being out in the woods, clearing out the woods, doing stuff that's outside, like getting the lawn all ready. All that stuff makes you cutting down trees. That all makes you feel like a lumberjack. You know what I mean? Like that makes you feel like I want to grow out that beard too as well.
But I mean, also the media cult. Like you can watch movies like Revenant or The Gray, and these main characters are like in these wildernesses, just growing these fucking manly beards. Like even Tom Hanks in like.
Castaway.
Castaway. Like it's just like cool. It just looks like you've survived something, and you're just so focused on survival and like basic needs that you don't have time to like really.
It's got to be like that
necessarily-
age thing that is like still in there. It's like this wisdom somewhere came around.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't- Shit.
Yeah.
You've been through shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was it?
Well,
I was gonna
and-
say one other thing I had read though is that cleanliness, from what I read, is that we can tend to get a lot of feces in our beards. Due to like obviously
Take a fucking shower.
Yeah,
like
dude.
obviously wash your hands and stuff like that, but a lot of stuff that we don't think about, we touch our beards constantly. Think about like what you're doing right now, Clay.
Yeah.
I was just doing it a second ago. I saw Ian
was
doing it
doing
too,
it
like
too,
this.
yeah.
So like our hands go everywhere and they touch everything, and we touch our face constantly
Yeah,
because
well,
of
if you
beard.
wash your hands, you shouldn't have that problem.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that you're washing your hands all every second. You touch a handrail, you touch this different stuff in
Oh,
the
'cause other-
bathroom.
right,
You're
other
still,
people.
it's still gonna be all over. But
That's
and the
gross.
doorknobs. But that's what I was saying is like cleanliness is one of those things that like it's like I love it. I'm gonna keep it for sure. But I do I do make sure to be conscious of washing my hands as much as I possibly can because I'm like I touch my face. Look, Ian's doing it.
Oh shit.
No,
So,
no.
And you do it like just kind of out of
Unconsciously.
habit, I guess.
Exactly. Developing
And-
that beard. Imagine if women grew the beards. Well, you think they would start to build those same mannerisms too? Just start like rubbing on it, like grabbing the side of the
Why not?
mustache.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
like when you're thinking,
Yeah.
it's just something to do. You're like,
Well, on that same topic, what do your significant others think about it?
Sarah,
Taylor loves it.
Yeah.
She likes when I have facial hair and
Yeah.
everything. So
Sarah loves it too.
Yeah, I would say same with Karina. The only thing I think is the kids don't care for it too much because it's just a little prickly and stuff like that. Like when I go to give the baby girl some kisses, she'd be like like try to get away because it's like I'm like poking the shit out of your face.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad would have like crazy stubble that would like just poke and hurt. And I hated having to give him like a hug goodbye before he go to work because that would hurt.
Well,
You're like,
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
and I have
poke
coarse,
my
like,
eyeball out.
thick hair too, and like
it's the smaller beards that really get.
and like when I trim it up like really short and everything, and it's more
Yeah.
like stubble.
Yes.
I'll go like right when we're going to sleep up to my wife, and I'll just dig my chin right into her shoulder. She's like, ah.
Nice.
Just get really aggressive whenever you get a new shave on.
So a couple tips that I have learned over the years of trimming this thing and working with it. I use shears, like cutting shears. So I put like I do a 2 here, like from the ear up, and then I transfer to like a 6.
To
and
the
then-
bottom.
Yeah,
like a
and then
fade?
for a while I was doing 8 just to get everything at first like at an even length.
Yeah.
But lately I've abandoned the 8 here and I just do the 6. And then what I do is I take scissors and shears, and what worked the best for me is actually just like trimming everything and like doing that across the board because that would get a nice even cut, and then I can also
Yeah.
get like up here and shape it up a bit. So
And how often do you have to do that?
every 2 weeks I do it with the head. So,
Okay. Yeah, at the same time you do that. So you do your head every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I buzz this to a 1. It's also nice to not have to shave. Shaving could like really do a number on your
sucks.
skin. So just having to like trim a beard is really nice.
I mean, this isn't a
That's-
tip or anything like that, but this is like what my I guess pattern or whatever we call it right now is. It's just I let it grow as much as I possibly can. Don't touch it at all until I have to go do something where it has to be gone, and then I just go zap with that whole thing, and then I drop this to 2, and just leave this circular thing going on with that like a lower level.
What would
But the
require
rest
you
I
to
cut
get rid of
completely
that?
off and then just grow back out, huh?
What would require you to get rid of that?
Sometimes like going into corporate, like that's not still where I work is still not,
Says
I don't
who?
think beard acceptable. You don't see anybody else with it.
Okay.
I could be the first guy and then try to take that one under, but I'd be also like, nah, I'll just pass for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Let
chance
somebody
it.
else make that move
Yeah.
right now. Just leave it the way it is because the people out here where I work with, they would prefer the beard. It feels more southern. It feels more country out here, which is where I sell. So it plays into the, that's something
Knowing
that's
your
completely
audience.
normal to have. Nobody has. Yeah.
Nice.
If you don't have one, you'd come off more weird. You'd be like, oh, you're here to sell me.
Yeah.
No.
Do you guys have any patches or anything like that? Because I had one like years and years ago, but
Right there.
it was underneath and that's gone now. But the one thing for me is that like it's very light, like the mustache connecting to the beard. It's very light right there. There's only like a little like they're blonder hairs and there's not as many. So it doesn't look like it connects sometimes, but there's actually a little bit there.
Dude, you should totally do the Tony Stark.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Tony Stark look.
Yeah, just embrace that and just do the Tony Stark, man.
There you
Fucking
go.
So I got
awesome.
a patch, like it came from college and stuff like that. That's when it was like really bad. But like right here, it's like there's light hair, and little hair, but it's kind of looks like a patch, not full. That's the area where I got that grow beard stuff from that thing because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's the area I want to just make it full. If it could tie in, I feel like it would start to develop that look that I'm looking for.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But it's funny
I've had
give
that
so
too.
much-
It's a
We
lot.
give so much thought to it. Like I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the beard's it's like a very signature piece of being a man right now. You
Well-
know, like it. What?
And I was just gonna say the best thing about it, like Clay touched upon it, is that you don't have to sit there and shave every day, like be clean
Yeah.
shaven and stuff like that. You know, you just go through and we're talking about what, running some shit through it twice
weeks.
every week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that.
You know, that's what I do is like every other day I just kind of do the trim up and everything, and then probably about once or so a week I just have this little trimmer that has I think a 2 guard on it, and I just run it through the whole thing. So that's all I just keep it at. Yeah.
You seem like you keep it a little shorter.
Yeah. Just because
Clean
I
and- yeah.
I still got to be presentable at work, so I don't want to
Yeah.
be all burly. No, there's a few guys that have like bigger beards at my job, but like they're older and they're like full, and you can tell that they've had them probably for like 15 years.
So somebody's like, I got respect for that.
Well, and I know if mine gets like more bushy and everything, it'll be kind of weird. So
Cool.